Brace yourself, because what I am about to drop might just leave your jaw on the floor. Your edges in distress, and your favorite reality couple looking like rookies in the drama department. Let me paint a picture for you. What do you get when a seasoned reality TV star catches their partner red-handed in a cheating scandal on camera, and instead of walking away with dignity, they channel full-blown WrestleMania and start swinging? Yeah, this ain't your usual breakup tea, this is next-level chaos. Served raw and unfiltered. Hold on to your seat, because what you're about to hear is more explosive than a Tyler Perry finale on Fast Forward. Imagine this: after 3 entire seasons of love and hip-hop, hyping up a picture-perfect marriage, the truth slips out. That union, never even legal. And the fallout. We're talking lawsuits, public breakdowns, and even whispers of a possible bar suspension. That's right, season 13 is shaping up to be a scandal cocktail no one was ready for. And trust, VH1 is already scrambling to hide the evidence. But you know we always dig past the glitter. We're talking secret DMIs, leaked footage, brawls at VIP clubs, fake wedding papers, and a woman screaming, "I'll sue you," and Mona Scott. And all this, before the season even airs. The drama kicks off at an upscale Atlanta nightclub, meant to be a chill cast night out until Kirk Frost strolls in with a woman who definitely is not Rashida. Cool as ever, drink in hand, whispering sweet nothings, acting like his marriage and family don't exist. Across the room, Mendices is already tense. Word is he and Yandi just discovered their marriage was never filed legally. Add that to a club full of cameras, Kirk's reckless behavior, and years of unresolved tension, and boom, Mendices confronts Kirk, who fires back with a dig about fake vows. What happens next? Fists flying, glass broken, security scrambling, and then young Jock jumps in, only to get dragged into the chaos too, just when it seemed like things could not get any more unhinged. In walked Kendra, heels clicking, energy charged, like she had been summoned by the universe's most dramatic scriptwriter. The moment her eyes landed on young Jock in the middle of the chaos, it was as if every ounce of patience she ever had evaporated on the spot. She did not pause. She did not hesitate. She launched into a full-scale meltdown, screaming at the top of her lungs as if the cameras were rolling on the season finale of a show she had not been cast in. Her voice cut through the club's noise, laced with rage, betrayal, and the exhaustion of years of Jock-related embarrassment. Security rushed to intervene, but Kendra was not having it. She was swinging wildly, not just her arms, but every unresolved emotion she had been bottling up since the last scandal. Every time she had forgiven him, every time she had taken him back, every tabloid headline, every side chick rumor, every lie she tried to believe was just drama for TV. It all exploded right there on the nightclub floor, and while Jock stood in the middle of the storm, shirt nearly ripped off, trying to calm her down, it was clear he had lost whatever control he thought he had over the situation. And her just as it looked like things might begin to de-escalate, the chaos reached its final form. The cops arrived, not just 1 or 2 officers, but a full squad car deep. Sirens blared, lights flashed. Commands were shouted through bullhorns like it was a scene out of a riot movie. Hands in the air. Step away from each other. The whole club fell into stunned silence as the law took over. But not for long. The crowd whipped out their phones faster than security could respond. Social media was about to eat this up. Within minutes, Kirk and Mendices were both in handcuffs, being led to the back of the police cruiser like seasoned regulars on the set of Cops. Atlanta edition. Jock's shirt was dangling by a single thread, sweat-stained, stretched out, and barely hanging on. And Kendra, still shouting like she had one final monologue left to deliver before the curtain closed. The scene had completely unraveled into a full-blown public disaster. With the cast scattered, security overwhelmed, and reputations in flames. And through it all, amid the flashing lights, the cell phone cameras, and the screams you just know, Mona Scott Young was somewhere watching the mayhem with a satisfied smirk and a glass of wine in hand. She did not have to yell cut. She did not have to step in. Because this was reality TV gold. The kind of unscripted meltdown that producers pray for. And in that moment, as police cars pulled away and the dust began to settle, you could practically hear her whisper the only word that mattered in that world: ratings. Things didn't just stop with a scandalous arresto, no. This drama snowballed into full-blown chaos. Kirk Frost and Mendices Harris weren't just sitting cuffed in the back of a cop car, they looked like 2 teenagers caught sneaking out. Except this was adult-level embarrassment with real consequences. Mugshots hit the internet before their Lawyers even picked up the phone. VH1 executives were dialing crisis PR teams at midnight trying to manage the fallout. Outside the nightclub, the chaos was not just confined to the inside, because out on the pavement, Yandi Smith was unraveling. Like a scene straight out of a Tyler Perry finale, she was pacing furiously in 6-inch heels, her voice piercing through the night air, echoing over sirens and crowd chatter. This was not the polished, composed Yandi that viewers had seen navigating business meetings and family dinners on television. No, this was a woman pushed past her limit. The same woman who had once sacrificed her reputation, put her career on pause, and stood 10 toes down through prison visits, legal battles, and public scrutiny in the name of love, was now watching the man she defended for years being shoved into the back of a police cruiser like he was just another disposable character in a long-running reality TV drama. Yandi's emotions boiled over. She bolted toward the flashing red and blue lights, her voice cracking with both anger and heartbreak as she screamed, "You're not taking him like this." Her arms flailed as she tried to get closer, only to be stopped in her tracks by an officer who, clearly used to this level of wild, looked her dead in the eye and calmly said, "Ma'am, step back, or you'll be next." That sentence, spoken with quiet authority, cut through the madness. And for a split second, you could see the calculation happen in Yandi's mind. She froze, heels planted, mouth open, torn between emotion and logic. That moment held the weight of everything she had been through with Mendices. The televised wedding that turned out to be unofficial. The years of support while he served time. The public fights, the reconciliation, the rebuilding. And now this. In that one breath, Yandi had to decide, was she about to be cuffed alongside him for the sake of loyalty, or would she swallow her pride and walk away before adding her own name to the scandal headlines? Her face shifted from fury to restraint. The crowd saw it. The cameras caught it. The moment when Yandi, always the backbone in every storm, had to weigh dignity against disaster. And with a heavy breath, she made the smart choice. She backed away, but not quietly. She walked off, muttering under her breath, her body language screaming disappointment and betrayal. The pain in her eyes was undeniable, not just from seeing Mendices arrested, but from realizing she might have reached her breaking point. This was not just a bad night. This was a turning point. And although she was not in cuffs, Yandi left that scene emotionally shackled by a truth she could no longer ignore. The man she had stood beside through it all might have finally crossed the line she could not keep defending. Meanwhile, Rashida was nowhere near the club. She was home, cozy under candlelight with a glass of wine, probably thinking Kirk was out, bonding with the guys. Wrong. Instead of a phone call from her husband, she found out about his arrest through a shade room notification. And the photo. Kirk, looking dazed in the back of a cop car, like someone who just got caught shoplifting from the clearance aisle. Sources say Rashida lost it through her phone, called her assistant, and demanded her lawyer. She was done. Like packing his bags done. And then there was Kendra, who, unlike Rashida, had legal expertise and a mean petty streak. Word is, she rang up the managing partner at her law firm before the mess hit the press, trying to get ahead of it. But viral video doesn't lie. Footage showed her mid-swing, heels on, going full reality TV brawler in a velvet VIP corner. The law firm quickly released a formal statement. "Our staff are expected to act with professionalism both in and outside the courtroom. We are reviewing this situation." Translation: Sis might be unemployed by the end of the week. And in the middle of it all, Young Jock live on Instagram, shirt halfway unbuttoned, sweating and rambling. "Y'all saw me. I tried to keep the peace." But fans weren't buying it. Comments poured in calling him the chaos instigator, not the peacemaker. Memes exploded across social media. One showed Kirk's mugshot next to a tired Rashida with the caption, "Not another collect call." Another showed Mendices in cuffs with a fake bubble. "Wait, we were filming this." Even TikTok joined the fray, with body language breakdowns of Kirk's blinking patterns as he was cuffed, claiming it proved guilt. What started as just another night out turned into a viral storm of exposed secrets, ruined reputations, and a whole new level of reality TV history. Twitter's buzzing with hot takes from self-proclaimed lawyers debating if Kendra should lose her license. Even Facebook aunties have entered the chat, quoting scripture under fight clips like, "Satan is on the move." But the real tipping point, the leaked video, somebody from production or maybe club security with rent to pay sold the raw footage of the brawl to a gossip site, and once that hit the internet, it was game over. In the uncut video, Mendices is heard shouting, "You mackin' us, look dumb on camera again," while Kirk snaps back, "I ain't the only one with skeletons, bro," just before launching himself across the VIP section like he's auditioning for Monday Night Raw. Then, like a stiletto-wearing linebacker, Kendra storms in yelling, "Not my man. Not on my watch," and lunges at the alleged side chick, security's barely holding her back by the waist while Mona Scott's voice can be faintly heard in the background, shouting, "Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras." Spoiler alert, they didn't, and then came the jail calls. Kirk, ever the habitual, smooth talker, tried calling Rashida from lockup. "You can imagine the routine, babe. This ain't what it looked like. She came on to me. You know they gone edit it to make me look bad, but Rashida, ice cold, no yelling, no tears, just for words. Lose my number, click." Meanwhile, Mendices tried calling Yandi, and she picked up just long enough to say, "Enjoy your night, boo. Only 29 more to go." Yes, he's been sentenced to 30 days in county jail. His lawyers spun every excuse in the book: self-defense, miscommunication, heat of the moment, but the judge saw right through it. Kirk didn't get jail time, but he did walk away with a $10,000 fine, mandatory, anger management, and get this, infidelity counseling. Yes, the judge said, since this all started over cheating, we think counseling fits. The courtroom gasped. Lawyers blinked in disbelief. Even the court reporter dropped their pen. As for Kendra, she's now facing a professional ethics review, was hit with a $5,000 fine, and got slapped with a probation order from the State Bar Association. Her law license officially on thin ice. So, what now? Kirk Frost, humbled, embarrassed, lighter in the wallet, and probably banished to the couch indefinitely, behind bars for 30 days and unofficially blacklisted from several Atlanta clubs. Kendra, one more scandal away from watching her legal career disappear over a man who publicly humiliated her. Young jock, doing damage control on Instagram Live, talking about trauma in black men like he wasn't front row at this mess, fanning the flames. Dy. Reconsidering whether this faux marriage was ever worth it, and Rashida, done. Word is she's already working with divorce lawyers. Her Instagram has turned into a collection of breakup quotes. Peace over loyalty. A queen never begs, she replaces, and yep, she's unfollowed Kirk. If this was supposed to be the preseason warm-up, we're going to need popcorn in bulk for what's next. Rashida didn't just unfollow Kirk. She wiped every trace of him from her Instagram and posted a blunt story that read "chapter closed," signaling the end without saying another word. Meanwhile, fans are deep in speculation over who'll survive the reunion, who'll be cut from the edit, and who might be slapped with lawsuits over the leaked club footage. But just as the Kirk and Mendices disaster starts to settle, scandal number 2 explodes. Enter Sierra and BK Brasco. Season 13 kicks off with Sierra revealing she's engaged again, but not to BK, and the twist only gets messier when BK crashes a private dinner shoot in Miami, shirtless in a vest, and confronts Sierra in front of her new man, demanding answers about being replaced without closure. Sierra, calm and collected, shuts him down with "Closure was when you cheated the third time," setting off BK into a chaotic rant filled with accusations, screenshots, and claims that she cheated with his trainer. But Sierra claps back with her own receipts, including a shady Cash App trail from one of BK's side chicks. Things spiral when BK storms out and whispers something to producers that leads to a full-blown VH1 investigation, hinting Sierra's baby might not belong to her. Soon after, a paternity test surfaces online showing BK as the father, sending social media into meltdown. Sierra goes live, holding her baby and the real DNA test, sobbing that BK forged documents out of revenge. Then, BK vanishes from filming entirely, only to pop back up with a GoFundMe titled "Help BK Brasco Clear His Name," asking for $75,000 to cover legal fees and promising he has receipts to expose the truth. At this point, the cast, the crew, and the fans are questioning if they're watching Love and Hip Hop or a full-on soap opera. And with half the season still left to air, the drama's only getting started. Just when it looked like the dust might settle, Sierra's fiancé flipped the script, publicly dumping her via Instagram with a cold message: "I've chosen peace. I wish her the best, but I will not be part of this circus." And circus it was. The tent was already on fire. BK had vanished. The paternity rumors were still swirling, and now Sierra was left alone in the spotlight, with fans eating it all up. One tweet summed it up perfectly. Sierra went from boss chick to full episode in under 30 minutes. Even Carly Red couldn't resist the mess, going live with a wine glass and her trademark grin, saying, "Told y'all, she was messy." The fallout hit hard. VH1's legal team launched an investigation after reports that the fake paternity test might involve identity theft and defamation. BK threatened legal action. Sierra's team panicked, and producers were stuck trying to keep filming while avoiding lawsuits. Behind closed doors, VH1 execs reportedly held an emergency meeting where Mona Scott allegedly declared, "Either we shut it down or we make it the biggest season in franchise history." Guess which one she chose? Now Sierra's entire storyline is being rewritten around the scandal, with BK rumored to return for the reunion, armed with more receipts, and a teased lie detector episode already sending fans into a frenzy. But Sierra's not going down quietly. Her lawyer reportedly filed a cease and desist, demanding the paternity plot be pulled from the show, only for Mona to respond with a brutal contract clause. "If your real life explodes, we own the footage." Rumors say the season trailer ends with Sierra screaming, "I don't owe anyone an explanation about my child," before hurling a wine glass and storming off. With Kirk in cuffs, Mendices serving time, Kendra on probation, Rashida filing divorce papers, and Sierra's baby drama going viral. Love and Hip Hop Season 13 isn't just dramatic, it's record-breaking. Now fans are left wondering, is Kirk and Rashida really over? Will Kendra risk her license over public embarrassment? Was Sierra lying the whole time, or is BK just desperate for relevance? The tea is boiling, the chaos is uncontainable, and Mona Scott is sipping champagne while counting the ratings. Drop your opinions in the comments. Team Sierra or Team BK? Should Rashida walk away for good? And does Mendices really deserve that 30-day sentence? Hit like if you're still trying to catch your breath. Subscribe for more. And turn on those notifications because the drama is far from over. This isn't just reality TV, this is Law and Order VH1 edition.